Greetings and salutations from beautiful Greenville, North Carolina. Burr, 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 burr. Welcome back to my channel. Now, in an effort to diversify my content just a little bit, I'm going to be starting a new series where I showcase my outfits of the week. Now, will this drop every week? Hopefully, but at least every other week, I'm gonna show you what I've been wearing for the week. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because lately I feel like I've really been doing a lot of like pickups and hauls, and one that's just not sustainable. I'm just not gonna be buying stuff all the time like that. As I said in my previous video or 2 videos ago, I really wanna start focusing on some bigger purchases that are gonna require me to sit on my hands a little bit longer to save up in order to be able to buy them, because I'm not a rich man and I'm just about to start working. But also, I noticed when I do these pickups, like I've gotten a little bit lazy and I haven't really shown you like how I'm styling the pieces. I'm just literally showing you the pieces. So I kind of want you to see the pieces in motion and maybe some things that I have picked up that you may not have seen before. So with that said, let's go ahead and kick it off with this very first episode. And before we get into it, feel free to let me know down there in the comments what you like, what you don't like, if you hate everything, like whatever. You know, I just want the engagement. Just talk to me, talk to your boy. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the fits. Now on Monday, I was feeling kind of sporty and a little bit like dark bank robber. So I put together a fit around that, and kind of the starting point was really these Rick Owens mainline Bauhaus cargos, which are from fall winter 2019. Tekwala, I want to say is the name. Tekwala, let me know. Now these are some of my favorite pants. I love the way they fit. They are actually technically a small, but as you know with most Rick pants, because of the waistband, you got a little bit of flexibility in there. Now with them being a little bit slimmer, the drop crotch is way more defined in these, which I think is a very kind of interesting detail and a thing that stands out with them outside of those big pockets on the side with the big metal zippers and the crop cut. Now up top, we went with a very simple waffle tee from Pacsun, which I really enjoy. I actually wear it quite a bit. And since it's a pretty chilly day, but not like super duper cold, I went ahead and threw on my Rick Owens Drkshdw Jason's hoodie, which I talked about in one of my recent pickup videos. Now I know some YouTubers will tell you not to do all one brand, but I think Rick is one of those brands that's just so versatile. You can really mix and match the pieces together and create a look that is very much so all Rick, but it all kind of works together. Now, obviously you can make that argument with a lot of brands, but I think Rick is one of those few designers that's like kind of special in that way because he just offers such a wide variety of styles and ways that you can go with your looks. You could be a little bit more sporty, athletic, like I feel like I look in this look, or you can go super avant-garde. Now, on top of that, I threw on this Kith vest, mostly for the pockets, but I also really love the look. I think it really brought the entire look together in a way, if that makes any sense. And just for effect in the photos, call me corny, call me lame, but I threw on this Ksubi balaclava because I just thought it brought it all kind of together. Now, of course, for the shoes, something Rick, because 9 times out of 10 I'm wearing Rick. This time my jumbo Kith runners, which I'm actually finding a new appreciation for in recent weeks. I find myself wearing these a lot more on a day-to-day basis, just because they look really cool and they're very comfortable and lightweight, believe it or not. Now, I still have my issues with the jumbo laces. I definitely just prefer the sleekness of the OG model, but got them for a great price and they don't look uncool. I think overall they are kind of a nice take on them, just not my preference, but they're growing on me. So Tuesday, I had a job interview, and beyond that, I wasn't really doing too much else. So I wanted to look really good, really premium, but with the pieces that I have. Now, I'm not necessarily like a blazer and slacks ass dude. That's just like not really my vibe. I prefer maybe wearing like sweaters or dressier t-shirts or button-up shirts, and you know, I'm especially really into short sleeve shirts. So for this one, I started off the look with my Pacsun cropped sweater. Now I do want to do a more expanded video on some of the offerings that Pacsun has right now, because I think they're really kind of hitting a niche right now. And there are a few other kind of affordable brands that are doing the same thing. But number one, I have a Pacsun in my city. So a lot of times I can go in and try on some of this stuff, or at least a version of it, which kind of works for me. But like I said, I know some other brands are doing it too if you're willing to take take the risk of ordering it, or if you have those stores in your city, feel free to go check them out there. Just Pacsun's what's working for me. The sweater itself is not too heavy. It's not too light. It falls right in between the two. It's just like a cotton or like a cotton blend. So nothing too crazy and a very basic black. I think the important thing about this particular sweater is just the cut. It has a very on trend crop cut with a really thick waistband and a nice drop shoulder. So it really hangs on the body nicely. And on me, with like my height being about 5'7.5", the sleeves hang over my hands a little bit. And I've always just kind of liked that look. Now for the bottoms, I went with the key feature here, which is these Calvin Klein 205 West 39th NYC. Yes, you gotta say the whole thing. Otherwise, how are people gonna know that you're wearing that Raf? Wool marching band pants. Now, these pants are something that I had been after for a very long time, and probably about a month ago, I found them on the Real for about $57. I mean, an incredible steal. And when I say that they were brand new when they came in, they were brand fucking new. Now, they were a little bit tight in the waist, but I took it to my girls at Cassie's and they made them work perfectly for me. Just gave me a little bit of room to tuck something in if I needed to. There's a few key features about these, like the kind of relaxed fit through the thighs with that very slight taper going down, the cuff on the bottom, and of course that beautiful thick marching band stripe on the side. Now, of course, this will take you back to 2017 when everybody was kind of trying to rip this off and, you know, do their own versions of it. And I know I had several different knockoff versions of it, but I've always wanted this particular one. In fact, even though I'm a huge Rick Owens fan and I usually spend most of my extra money investing in Rick pieces, I also keep an eye on the 205 West 39th market because I really do want to continue picking up pieces for archive reasons. It's probably like one of my favorite capsules of collections that's come out over time. And I find that it's becoming harder and harder to find pieces from this collection as time goes along. Like, for example, I know I just said that I'm not a blazer ass dude, but I really want the blazer that goes with these pants. Now, to finish it off, of course, I had to match it up with the Calvin Klein 205 West 39th NYC TXT boots. Mines are missing the harness, which would have actually matched these pants perfectly because they are like the exact same colors. So I hate that I lost. I actually have one half of the harnesses, but I lost the other half at my boy Drew's wedding. Shout out to you. It was worth it. Beautiful wedding. And I had a great time. So just like a really cool look for an interview to show that I am stylish and I am serious about what I do, but like not too serious. I can inject a little fun into it. So for Wednesday, I had to go out and run some errands and I really wanted to kind of lean into like more of a layering look. I used to do a lot more layering in like 2017, 2018. I just used to do a lot of like drapey, layery type things. And I wanted to kind of lean into that a little bit. Plus it's also just like one of the facets of the Rick aesthetic. So I started off with this combination of this Iskander button-down shirt that I've talked about a number of times on this channel. You can reference any one of my old videos and probably see it in it. But the thing that I like about it is the extremely cropped cut in the front. And it would have been a really nice standalone piece, but I thought it would be nice to blend it with this half zip women's sweater that I got from Target because it has this really long line cut with these really cool vents on the side. And I just thought they would match up really well together. And it did. It looks really, really cool together, honestly. Now for the bottoms, I reached for one of my favorite pants, one of my favorite pickups in the last year, which are these Rick Owens wide leg pusher pants. Now, I talked about these in two of my most recent videos, one where I was styling some affordable pieces and another one where I was talking about my pickups. So if you want to know some of my more expanded thoughts about that, I would recommend you check one of those two out. With the pants being wide leg and everything being kind of boxy and drapey up top, I think it was just like a nice blend together, just gives the whole look a flowy kind of feel. It almost looks like I'm wearing robes in a way. So I really kind of love that aesthetic and I love the way the proportions look. Even though I low-key hate how much fashion YouTubers use the word proportions nowadays, I still kind of understand where it's coming from. And for the shoes, I went totally chunky with this mega bumper Geo basket in the black and white colorway. Just a real natural fit, I think, with this particular look. I just think everything's pretty much supersized in this look. And why not go with the pair of supersized shoes just to fill the whole thing out. This might actually be my favorite look from this particular week, though I am not quite sure the video really kind of captures how nice it looked, just because I shot it towards the end of the day and I did not get great lighting, to be honest. Thursday, I was pretty much in the crib chilling, and I wore pretty much the same thing on Thursday that I wore on Sunday. So we're gonna be talking about that later. For Friday, I was feeling a little, I don't know, metal. I just have this like shirt that I got from Zoomies from Welcome Skateboards that I actually love. Like, I wear this shirt at least once a week, and it's this Welcome Skateboards Bayolit work shirt. Now, I love the way this shirt feels. It's very stiff, it's very structured. It has a really nice zipper with the kind of O-ring design on it. And I love that Behemoth kind of redesign patch on the back of the shirt. It just really screams like Dark Lord, you know what I'm saying? I just love that vibe. Now, under that, I threw on this base layer that I wear a lot, which is this merino wool turtleneck that I got from Express. And even though I'm feeling a little bit chunky right now, I still felt confident enough to leave the shirt open and kind of let it fly. Now for the bottoms, I did these RTA high-rise baggy cargo jeans. And these are ones that I talked about me struggling to style in my last video, but I really liked the way it looked with this particular kind of outfit that I put together. It really screams, I don't know, more workwear to me, especially when paired with this shirt. So I thought it was a really great combination. And then for the shoes, which was the reason why I'm actually struggling to style these, I went once again with the chunky Geo baskets, with the mega bumper Geo baskets. I went with those again because it's the only shoe that I really like with these pants. Overall, I felt really good in this outfit. This might be my second favorite one of the week, even though it's like pretty simple. I think there's like enough really good details there to make it kind of a standout look. Now, Saturday, I went with this particular look because I got a new pair of pants in the mail. I got these Rick Owens Mastodon joggers in the mail, and these are actually from the women's collection. These aren't the men's ones, but they fit me just fine. They're like a size 12. They're actually like a little bit big in the waist. Now, I absolutely love the fit and every one of the details on these pants, from the pockets on the side and the way they look. The pull tabs on the side of the zippers, just a really nice, clean detail. Of course, those like really chunky metal zippers, just everything about these are really like a nice redefine of the cargo. Now they're made out of something that feels kind of like a hybrid of a sweatpant material and kind of like a normal Rick pant material. It's really hard to explain, but it made it very easy for me to kind of dress them up a little bit. And in order for me to do that, I went ahead and threw on this Dries Van Noten camp collar shirt, which is another one of my favorite pickups from last year. Just a really dope colorway, really stands out, and I love the fabric. And it was oddly like 79 degrees Saturday here for some odd reason. Like I may have said if I didn't cut it out the video already, I'm not feeling my body that much right now, because normally I would just have my chesticles out, but this time I just put on one of those Urban Outfitter tanks that I raved about in another one of my previous videos. Now for the shoes, you know me, it's some Rick shit. This time, that tall Dr. Martin boot, the 1491, I want to say it is, or 1481, one of those numbers, or 18 something. I don't remember what the number is off the top of my head right now, but the really tall Dr. Martin and Rick Owens boot, I threw that on because I don't know, I just like the way it all looked together. Now for Sunday, you will notice all the other outfits were done outside, but this one's done inside. And that's because I really didn't do much on Sunday. I was pretty much around the house, and this is kind of like my in the house look, other than like my sweats that I sleep in. When I'm just lounging all day, I'm usually lounging in these Rick Owens Bella Pod shorts for the most part. And I love wearing them with tights under them, especially in the wintertime, and like really tall socks. So that's what I did. They have like a pretty deep drop crotch, which is sometimes like uncomfortable to move around in, like when I'm getting in and out of the car and stuff like that. But overall, they're like pretty comfortable to wear. Now, I haven't showcased these in too many of my videos, but I've actually had these for about 2 years now. And when I first got them, I I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really feeling them because I was really all about the shorter shorts, the boxer shorts. But over time, I've just grown to appreciate them more and more, especially because there's like something about the Bella style in particular that I really love. I just love the hardware right up top, right up by the crotch, for lack of a better term. And I love the zipper, the exposed zipper. I just think it's a really dope design detail that just makes it look a little, I don't know how to put it. Provocative. I don't know. I also love the heavyweight 12 fabric on them. They just feel kind of like long work shorts. I paired it with this Drkshdw tee that I got like a little while back from Veblen in Miami. And I thought it was a really good pairing because the shorts are just kind of I don't know, it's just like a regular piece all in all, other than the few hardware details and the drop crotch and the drawstrings. I mean, it's Rick. It's not regular, but for some Rick shit, it's pretty regular. And this is kind of a graphic tee, but not in the traditional sense of a graphic tee. I really dig what looks like spotlights right across the top of the shirt. It's just a really cool detail. And then that gradient gray black color going down to the bottom. And then it has kind of like a faux double layer look right at the hemline. So you get a double hem look. So it's like a really cool and unique design. I'm also normally not really into long shirts, but I don't mind this one for some odd reason. I don't feel like it shortens me out. I feel like it elongates me, if anything, and it might come down to just how it fits. It is a little bit slimmer than like most of the things that I wear. And last but not least, we got to talk about the shoes. And I've been in a little bit of a Converse mood. I've been selling off my other two pairs, but I did keep this Pelican colorway for some odd reason. I just thought that the black and the egret turbo weapons were just a little redundant, since I now have that mega bumper geo basket and then I have the milk geo basket. So it's like I just didn't really need both of those. So I thought the Pelican brought something to the wardrobe that I just don't have, which is a pair of gray sneakers. And I'm grateful that I have held on to them because, I mean, they go really well with this shirt. And I think they also go really well with like all black looks too, as your pop of color. Anyway, that's my looks, man. What do you guys think? What do you think about this series? Do you want to see me do more and more outfits of the week? I'm definitely going to try to keep it up on a week-to-week basis. But like I said, I will at least do it every 2 weeks. It really just depends on like what the production schedule is for that week. Anyway, if you like this video, you'll probably like one or two on the screen. And until next time, peace.